Hello everybody. So like I said in my last video, I'm going to be giving some dreams and visions that the Lord has given me, and some of my encounters with the supernatural things that the Lord has shown me to really just kind of prove um, that through my experiences that God is real, that Yeshua Jesus is the Messiah, and that he died on the cross. He rose again. He ascended to heaven. He's sitting at the right hand of the Father, and heaven is real. So the first dream that I've been just remembering and just going over my head, and just, it's always stuck with me. I've always thought it was so beautiful, is several years ago I had a dream. And in this dream, I kind of knew I was in heaven. I wasn't sure, in a restored earth, I guess. But in this dream, I was walking, and I was walking along, beside this path. And this path just kind of led straight to wherever. It was kind of like this wide open area, and there was a tree, and there's a single tree in the middle of all this green grass, and under the tree was laying a lion, a male lion with this big mane, and it was just lying there. And as I'm looking at this lion, a little girl in a white dress just starts skipping by, and she's just so happy, la 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 la, whatever. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, this lion is going to eat her alive. I was nervous for this girl. I wanted to call out to her, look out, there's a lion. But as she was walking, she called out to the lion, and she said, hey, Leo, come here, like she would with a cat. And the lion got up slowly and, stretched and lumbered over to her. And I was kind of like, whoa, okay. So the lion came up to her and started nuzzling her and licking her face and her hands, and she was giggling, and she put her hand on his mane and started walking with the lion. And as they were walking, all of a sudden the lion and the girl stopped, and the little girl was like, oh, and all of a sudden Jesus was there, and she ran up to Jesus, and he picked her up and spun her around, and they were just laughing. And as they were laughing, Jesus kind of just waved his hand over the ground, and this boulder came up out of the ground. And as it came up out of the ground, it became like a seat or like a chair, and he sat down on it, and he sat her on her lap, and the lion was sitting beside them. And they were just talking for a little bit, and then Jesus was like, hey, cover your eyes and close your eyes. And she closes her eyes, and he waved his hand, and all of a sudden there was an ice cream cone with 2 scoops of strawberry ice cream on it. And then she opened her eyes, and she was like, oh, and so excited because strawberry ice cream was her favorite. And she was like, oh, strawberry ice cream, that's my favorite, Jesus, and he was like, I know. And so he gave her the ice cream cone and put her down. He's like, all right, go along and play, and I'll see you later. And she was like, okay, bye, Jesus, I love you. And he was like, I love you too. And he just smiled as he watched them leave. And the little girl took the ice cream cone and let this big lion sniff it. It touched its nose, and it shivered and sneezed and licked its nose, and she giggled and was eating the ice cream and went and skipped away while the lion walked away beside her. And Jesus watched them as they were going. He just smiled. And then in the dream, as he was smiling and looking, he turned to me and looked at me and smiled, and that's when I woke up. So I just really believe that the Lord showed me something of what heaven is going to be like when we're there. There's a scripture in Isaiah that talks about, the child will put their hand in with the viper, and the lion will lay down with the lamb, and there will be no fear of animals. And I just feel like that was just something the Lord was showing me, his love and what it will be like there and with the animals. And it just helps me to know, I know it was Jesus because I've seen him. I'll talk about that again in another video, but I know it was him. And I just believe that the Lord just really showed me that, and I believe it's real and that it's true. And I just pray that for you, that you'll pray and know that you'll experience him if you haven't. Experience him, not just read about him in the Bible or hear about him, but just pray that you'll experience him, and you will experience him. He wants you to experience his love and who he is, and his passion for you, and his zeal for you, and his just utter love for you, that he died for you and rose for you, and is sitting on the throne and is coming back again. All right, so God bless everyone. Shalom. I hope this blesses you. This is the first of many, so God bless. Shalom.